Hello, you petrol-sniffing heathens. Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 cars you need to see. That's right, none of that top 5 family saloons under £3,000 rubbish here. We're talking about the cars that make your heart race faster than a cheetah on a caffeine bender. From luxury to performance, we've got it all covered. We'll be drooling over Italian stallions, marveling at German engineering, and trying not to make rude noises about the sheer power of some of these machines. So, buckle up, grab a bib for the inevitable drool, and get ready for a wild ride through the automotive landscape. First up, we have a car so Italian, it probably comes with a complimentary espresso machine. The Ferrari LaFerrari. Now, some people might scoff at the idea of a hybrid Ferrari. They probably think electric cars sound like a wet napkin in a tumble dryer, but this is no Prius. This, my friends, is 950 horsepower of Italian fury. That's more horsepower than your average stable. And it looks like it was designed by the wind itself. Sleek, sexy, and with enough curves to make a sculptor weep. Next up, we're hopping across the pond to the land of electric dreams and self-driving fantasies. California, the Tesla Model S. Now, I know what you're thinking. A Tesla in a list with Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And you know what? You're right to be surprised. This isn't about roaring engines and popping exhausts. This is about neck-snapping acceleration and enough technology to make a NASA engineer soil themselves. This electric beast can go from 0 to 60 faster than you can say Elon Musk, and it can practically drive itself. Sure, it might not have the soul of a Ferrari, but it's a bloody impressive piece of kit nonetheless. Now, let's get back to the cars that make your ears bleed in the best way possible. The Lamborghini Aventador. This car is basically a raging bull wearing a finely tailored Italian suit. It's loud, it's brash, and it's got a V12 engine that sounds like the apocalypse having a good time. And just look at it, it's like a stealth bomber that escaped from Area 51 and went on a diet of chili peppers and raw steak. You don't drive an Aventador, you unleash it. The Porsche 911, the car that's been making dads feel like teenagers since the dawn of time. It's a classic for a reason, folks. This German masterpiece is all about precision engineering and timeless design. It's like a perfectly tailored suit. You know, it's going to look good no matter what year it is. And don't let the understated looks fool you. This thing can handle like it's on rails. It's the automotive equivalent of a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, the kind of sheep that could outrun a Ferrari and still have time to stop for a spot of tea. Now we're talking about a car that's so fast it makes other supercars look like they're stuck in reverse. The Bugatti Chiron. This is the car that makes grown men weep with a mixture of fear and excitement. It's got a 16-cylinder engine that produces more horsepower than a small country. And it looks like it's going 1,000,000 miles an hour even when it's standing still. This is a car that's not meant to be understood, it's meant to be experienced. Next up, we have another hybrid hypercar that's here to prove that the future of speed doesn't have to be boring. The McLaren P1. This British beast combines a screaming petrol engine with an electric motor to create a driving experience that's as exhilarating as it is efficient. It's like having your cake and eating it too, but your cake is made of carbon fiber and can do 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a bit of British engineering? Now let's take a break from all the speed and noise for a moment and step into the lap of luxury, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you take the finest materials in the world and combine them with the craftsmanship of 1,000 skilled artisans. It's like driving around in your own private palace on wheels. The seats are so comfortable you'll never want to leave, and the ride is so smooth you'll think you're floating on a cloud. If you've got to be stuck in traffic, this is the car to do it in. The Aston Martin DB11, the car that James Bond would drive if he wanted to take a leisurely Sunday drive to the south of France. It's the epitome of understated elegance and effortless cool. This is a car that doesn't need to shout about its performance, it simply oozes it from every pore. It's like a perfectly tailored suit, it makes you look good just by being in its presence. And the best part is it's actually quite practical. You could fit a weekend's worth of luggage in the back and still have room for a picnic basket. Just try not to spill your champagne when you're putting the power down. Now, for all you practical petrol heads out there, we have the BMW M5. This is the car for people who want it all: performance, practicality, and a badge that makes your neighbors jealous. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, but this time the wolf is wearing a business suit and carrying a briefcase. Don't let the 4 doors fool you. This thing can handle like a proper sports car. It's got a twin-turbo V8 engine that produces enough power to tow a small planet. And it's got enough space for the whole family, though they might complain about the noise a bit. And last but not least, we have the Audi R8. This is the car for people who want a supercar they can drive every day. It's got a screaming V10 engine that sounds like a choir of angry angels. And it looks like it was designed by aliens. In a good way, of course, but the best part is it's actually quite civilized to drive in traffic. You could take it to the shops, pick up the kids from school, and still have time to hit a few apexes on the way home. Well, there you have it, folks. Our top 10 cars that you need to see in 2024. From hybrid hypercars to luxurious land yachts, we've covered it all. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jeremy. You've only scratched the surface of the automotive world, and you're right, I have. But this is just a taste, a mere morsel to whet your automotive appetite. So get out there, explore the world of cars, and find the one that makes your heart sing, or at least the one that makes your neighbors jealous. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, folks, drive it like you stole it, but only if you